And staying with sports, but to something a bit more positive and an unlikely story, Runners Without Borders is a group of professional Israeli athletes who want to bring Arabs and Jews together through athletics. I-24 News correspondent Ayman Sikseck put on his running shoes and a nice jacket and went to Jerusalem to meet the two founders ahead of their most challenging race yet, including Palestinians from East Jerusalem in their group. Here's more.
Society in West and East Jerusalem don't really interact with each other, especially if we talk about the youth. It's very rare that they get to meet each other. They live minutes from each other.
In the Israeli capital of Jerusalem, a group of professional runners is trying to inspire change to their surroundings, and they're run off their feet doing so.
We just had to say, okay, leave the coexistence aside. Leave the coexistence aside. What's important is the running. What's important is the sport.
Israel Haas and Shoshana Ben David started Runners Without Borders as a meeting place for Arab and Jewish girls who would otherwise hardly ever meet.
I think especially in the age of high school, it's very important to build the self-esteem and confidence of high school girls. The girls are mainly coming to me and telling me, wow, I never thought I can do this. Now I can. I know I can.
Runners Without Borders left the starting blocks at the height of political tensions in Jerusalem, aiming to bring teens from the diverse social fabric of the city together on the running track. But the group's effort saw a potential setback in the summer of 2014.
During this very, very delicate cooperation, a lot of people from East Jerusalem didn't want even to take part by filming to our campaign because of fear.
Cooperation between the two sides was not a given. Jerusalem saw weeks of interreligious tension following the Israeli Operation Protective Edge in Gaza.
There was a lot of tension, violence, racism rising within the city, and I really felt like I had to do something about it.
A sense of safety was eventually found on the running tracks.
You know, when we're running on the track, it doesn't matter who you are, where you came from, what your religion or culture is. It's really about the pure connection between people.
Hoping to also recruit young boys in East Jerusalem, Israel and Shoshana are now running an online fundraising campaign for the group.
I'm optimistic. I know that the cause is good.
We want to create an NGO that will continue forming groups like this in Jerusalem and maybe in other mixed cities.
An NGO status may still be a distant goal for Runners Without Borders. In the meanwhile, their ambition is more modest, but perhaps equally as difficult, convincing Israelis and Palestinians alike to make a few quicker steps towards coexisting.